As my accountant tells me, Doc, when you get two doctors in the same place, I can write the whole day off because it's a conference.
Absolutely.
So it's completely tax deductible.
Dr. Gray, will you tell them that he's not a real doctor, please?
He's not? No. I've been going to for years.
Well.
You told me my prostate was okay.
What do I know? Felt fine to me.
Yeah.
Hey, now.
It was a real tight elevator.
That's another
right?
show.
Yeah.
Well, we have something really cool that you're coming in and we did last year with you. Battle of the Bulge, and everybody, Dr. Gray, has a problem spot. Maybe a few of us have more than one.
Right. And some people like you, I can't do anything for.
You just shake your head when you look at it.
Oh, I'm a hot mess. That's okay.
City said he's hot. Anyway to self-compliment.
It's the only way he's
if
hot.
we don't do it to you, then don't do it to yourself.
I won't.
Right. So anyway,
But we all have, maybe you didn't have a problem area 10 years ago. As we age, it gets, all of a sudden this problem area develops. And, I know for a fact you can exercise and diet and your chest gets smaller, your face gets narrower, but that problem area, maybe the problem area is still there.
yeah. So what happens is once you've lived long enough to identify something that's a problem, once you declared it a problem, you've already admitted to yourself you can't fix it. That's why you called it a problem. So when people continue to do these things, the fat comes out of other cells that are different than the cells that are a problem. Fat cells that are the problem are resistant to diet and exercise. Just like, every student's not a good student.
Sure.
These cells are different. Just because it's spelled the same, it's not the same. Right? You have two eyes?
Yeah.
You have two. So you can have good vision and bad vision. They have nothing to do with one another. So there are regions in the body that people experience and they get to know themselves and they will look in the mirror and they realize it's a problem and that's it. That's what I treat. That's my job. My job is to treat those problems.
You can isolate that area, and it's so quick. The ultrasonic external liposuction. I've had it. And I'm not afraid to admit it many times. And I've known you for over 12 years. The only cosmetic surgeon here in Michigan I would ever go to, and I could ask about you every day, and I can't say enough great things with this procedure. And we have a listener here, actually, a WICD listener, who you did a procedure on, and we have amazing before and after photos. And you're here today with another great offer, a great offer for one of our listeners.
That's right. We're going to we're kicking off the Battle of the Bulge here, just like last year. And if you enter the contest by contacting the station through your website, you can fill out a form and you become a contestant to win the Battle of the Bulge, which means that myself and my office are going to offer a free surgery where we're going to take care of that bulge, that spot for you.
And this is up to a $5,000 value.
If you go to WYCD.com right now, Doc, you can actually go and fill that out, and you can enter right now.
You got to look to see where the eyes. You got to look to see where the eyes are going, and since you never come all the way up here, I wasn't really sure.
No, but I don't know why you have to go to your own website. Just have the listeners do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
You want to click
Just
on
not
the
so
Win
eloquently.
Now. Click on the Win Now tab at the top of the screen at WYCD.com.
And it's not something to be fearful. Like, for instance, every patient that I do, I ask them, how was your experience? They go, it wasn't what I thought. And I go, what were you thinking? I was thinking surgery. I go, this is not really like surgery. This is more like procedures. You can do it asleep. You can do it sedated. You can do it awake.
And I know when Rachel had hers, you were back to work, the next day?
The next day. Yeah.
It feels like
Doesn't
a trolley
get you
horse. Fat has no pain fibers in it. Skin, if you touch it, it hurts. If you don't touch, it doesn't hurt. And muscle's a trolley horse. So basically, we're taking the fat out between the skin and the muscle. So if you can grab it, you're grabbing fat. The surface is the covering is the skin. So when you grab a pocketbook, the leather's the outside, but you're grabbing the contents. That's the fat.
Let's see if we can grab anything on Grunwald right now.
No, I can't. Rachel, I got fat on my
That's
knuckles.
not the bulge you want to grab,
I got
Rachel.
fat knuckles.
What are you doing?
Let me just say, I have more respect for my hands